Yoo-hoo! Welcome to the stream! And if you are watching this later on, welcome to the YouTube video. Check out the opposing channel depending on which one you're on. Either way, let's get started. I have so many questions. Valid. It's a valid response to
Where am I?
this.
What do you think of my awesome powers? This is what you obtained in exchange for your memories, Master.
You did this, Shinigami? Is this why I made a pact with you? I don't understand any of this. Where are we?
Simply put, it's an alternate universe. It's got that kind of vibe, right?
An alternate universe.
You don't sound surprised. Come on, it's awesome! You probably think it's cliched, huh? Well, this isn't any old alternate universe. Check this out! Ta-da! This is the Mystery Labyrinth. It's a maze that materializes mysteries from the real world.
Materializes mysteries?
Unsolved mysteries become lost to time, right? Well, here, they actually take shape as a mystery labyrinth. Now, this maze is the materialized form of the unsolved murders that took place on the Amaterasu Express.
This maze is the mystery?
I have the power to interact with this mystery labyrinth. That's why we were able to come here in the first place. Anyway, Master, we're gonna beat the Amaterasu Express Massacre Mystery Labyrinth.
What happens when we beat it?
In every case, there's a hidden truth, and we have to find the truth deep inside this mystery labyrinth. So, if we beat this mystery labyrinth, the truth of that case will be revealed. Naturally, so will the true identity of the killer. Now, let's solve this thing.
We'll discover the killer's identity too?
You couldn't solve it in reality, so we're solving it in this alternate universe. They're two sides of the same coin. But whether or not you discover the truth depends on the person entering the labyrinth. The more complex the mystery is in the real world, the more complex the maze will be too. Killers in real-world cases throw whatever obstacles they can at investigators, right? Those are also materialized into the maze, so this is gonna be a tough battle.
So, you're saying there are traps in there?
Yep, looks like you're finally getting it. Now that I've explained it all, let's head into the dungeon.
Okay, well I definitely understand
Hold
why
on.
we
I
gave
don't
up our
understand any
memories.
of this.
Seriously, you don't get it?
A mystery labyrinth is a maze based on a real mystery. This one is formed from the murder on the Amaterasu Express.
Yep, you're right so far.
So, if there's always a hidden truth inside a mystery labyrinth, if we keep going, the Amaterasu Express case will be solved?
Yup, you totally get it.
What? I don't get anything! This makes no logical sense!
Sheesh, this is why you're a benchwarmer detective. You're in an alternate universe and hung up on details.
Of course I am!
Okay, I'll explain more about how it works as we explore the mystery labyrinth. If you have any more questions along the way, stare at my boobs for 8 seconds.
Who's this
That'll
diva?
make all your worries disappear.
No, it won't! Please, explain everything now!
Relax, relax. I'll tell you in due time. Come on, let's go. Time to unriddle this mystery labyrinth. sorry. I forgot to mention the important keys. Whoopsie.
Keys? You mean for opening doors in the dungeon?
Yeah, something like that, but keys in the Mystery Labyrinth are used to break through mysteries. They're called solution keys, and they're essential to clear the Mystery Labyrinth.
So, where do I find them?
Solution keys are materialized clues for a case. Normally, you'd get them during the investigation. You kinda had to rush through the investigation this time around, so let's briefly review the case. For starters, try to recall all that happened on board the Amaterasu Express.
The Amaterasu Express? The Amaterasu Express is the only method of transportation in Kanai Ward. It's an automated, unmanned train with 5 cars. Its doors won't open while in motion, and windows are fixed in place. There were no stops before our destination, so the train kept moving until it arrived at the station. A monitor in the backup control room displays the operation log, and there was no record of the train stopping.
Here's your
Turn
solution
off
key.
the controller vibrate shit. Can't put this thing down. It's just crazy.
So this is a solution key. But why did it come out of your mouth?
What do you mean? So I don't have to use my hands. I worked really hard developing this method.
To be fair, where
You
exactly
put
did they
thought
expect
into
it to
this?
appear from?
So that's how words and events you think are clues get transformed into solution keys. Let's keep reviewing what happened in this case.
All right, I'll do my best. Yeah, I think that's everything of note.
What a big catch! This should be enough solution keys to solve it.
But I still don't know how to use them.
We'll figure it out as we
Master,
go.
you worry too much. I'm sure it'll turn out fine. Time to head off in search of the truth. Let's solve this thing.
Will things really turn out fine?
This feels like a mix of Danganronpa and Persona.
So, this is the Mystery Labyrinth. It sure looks creepy. Hey, if we keep going, will we really get to the truth?
Come on, would I lie to you?
Yes.
I told you the deepest part of the labyrinth holds the truth, right? So, let's go. I'm so horny for mysteries right now.
You're... what?
Right. That was fine,
Hey, did
right?
something move just now?
Oh, that's a cue.
Q? Is that a monster living in the Mystery Labyrinth?
I don't need to question.
They're not exactly monsters. You are part of the Mystery Labyrinth itself. They're what materialize the mysteries. You have no intelligence or autonomy. All they do is manifest the mysteries in the labyrinths. But since you are here to defeat mysteries, they're kinda like obstacles.
So in other words, they're the enemy.
Of course, as a detective seeking the truth, mysteries are your greatest enemy.
Hmm?
Aw,
What is that?
yes. Aw. More oh than ah now.
What the? There are monsters here!
That's a mystery phantom.
A mystery phantom? What's that?
I told you that cues make mysteries materialize, right? Well, if there's someone in the real world trying to interfere with the case, that person also materializes. That's a mystery phantom.
Interfering with the case? Hey, doesn't he kind of look like Swank of the Peacekeepers?
If the Peacekeepers are tied up in this, then maybe this incident has something to do with Amaterasu Corporation.
You're the culprit.
Huh?
Okay. Boss fight immediately.
Since all the other passengers on the train are dead, you're the only one who could have done the crime. So you're the culprit. That's the truth behind this case.
Master, he's trying to frame you to bury the case. If you can't get past this, you can't reach the truth.
What do I do? Should I just run away?
A detective doesn't run from a mystery. You gotta defeat him.
Defeat him? How?
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
Huh?
Just say, I am.
I am!
Is she about to turn into a weapon?
What? A sword?
Every time I think I know
Call
what's
it the
going
Solution
on,
Blade. It's a sword with
something
special
happens.
powers to affect things inside the Mystery Labyrinth.
I think I understand, something happens. I thought this was about to be a Soul Eater situation. And then I just wasn't sure. I thought it was going to be some kind of, I don't know, fusing combo thing situation. And then we stuck our arm down her throat to get a sword. And I'm scared to know whatever happens after this.
Use that to boom kill the Mystery Phantom. Let's do this.
Whoa, slow down! How do I use this?
I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually. Anyway, damage you take here is nothing to sniff at. It's not like an injury in the real world, but still. The more and more your mind realizes you've been hurt here, oh boy, you'll wind up brain dead. It'll be game over, time to start from the beginning again. No one wants that, so you'd better be super careful.
Well, it doesn't seem like I'm timed, which is good.
No need to draw this out. You're the culprit behind this case. You murdered 5 bastard detectives. That's the only explanation. Everyone else is dead. You're the only one who could have done the crime.
briefcase with X.
What do I do?
He's treating me like I'm the culprit. What should I do?
Master!
You have to prove you're not. Master, look for a clue in the solution keys. Something that proves I'm not the culprit.
No need to draw this out. You're the culprit behind this case.
Oh good, I can use those.
You murdered 5 bastard detectives. That's the only explanation. Everyone else is dead. You're the only one who could have done the crime.
I'll slash through this mystery.
Oh my god, I love this.
No! There's no way I could have done it! I wasn't conscious the whole time because I drank the drugged coffee in the dining car.
It's no use. Your deduction is wrong. You were out the whole time. Ridiculous. You're the culprit. You knew it was drugged. That's how you avoided being knocked out. The other detectives were drugged. And you went around killing them all. You're busted. You took the laced coffee and only pretended to drink it.
This is the truth! Zange's photography footage showed me drinking the coffee. That proves I wasn't faking anything! Did I defeat it?
See? No matter how weak you are, things will turn out fine, as long as I'm here.
He tried to frame me as the culprit.
Guess that's what Amaterasu Corp is doing. They want to set you up and call it a day. That's why the Peacekeepers barged in as soon as the train hit the station. They probably planned this.
So they knew what was going to happen. Then the culprit works for Amaterasu?
Or someone hired by them. Either way, the Peacekeepers want to hide who did it.
So the reason Control Headquarters didn't respond to the emergency calls was because of Amaterasu.
Probably. Now that we know what they're aiming for, we're one step closer to the truth. Let's keep this up and unriddle this mystery labyrinth so we can get to the truth.
You're awfully casual about this. My life is at stake here. I understand now that the Mystery Labyrinth is the case's mysteries given shape. But what do you do here, Shinigami?
Simply put, I'm the one and only cutie that can directly interact with the Mystery Labyrinth. The progress you've made in the Mystery Labyrinth and solving those mysteries here, it's all thanks to me.
How are you able to do this?
I don't know what to tell you. I've always been able to do this, so I forgot how. More importantly, you got drugged and knocked out. You are so pitiful, Master. No wonder you're waddling around like a toddler.
I thought I was dizzy because I've got this weird ghost thing haunting me.
Huh? Making a pact with me won't make you dizzy. It just reduces your lifespan by a lot.
You're kidding, right? Right?
Anyway, who do you think is the culprit, Master? You have any guesses?
If the drinks were drugged in the dining car, the culprit must have been on the train before anyone else.
Oh, so then all all you have to do is ask around and figure out what order everyone got on board. Oh, wait a minute. You can't! Because they're all dead!
You aren't taking this very seriously, are you?
Oops.
This place. Whoa. The path is forked in two. Which way should I go?
This fork in the path is also a materialized mystery, so you should know which way to go if you solve it. First, let's clarify what mystery this is exactly.
Huh? How do you do that?
Like this.
Huh? Ah! Blood! Blood!
Quit overreacting, Master. This is a mystery labyrinth. It's fine. Anyway, take a look. I used the blood of the Truth Seeker as a conduit to expose the mystery blocking the path.
Is that a question?
That's the mystery standing in your way. You just need to pick the right path and head on through.
6 on the train. It must mean the 6 master detectives, including me, right? If I don't think the culprit is among the 6 on the train, then I should take the right path, which says no. But if I think the culprit is one of the 6 on board, I need to take the left path that says yes. Which is it?
Alright, well, say yes. But I don't have a clear reason why.
So, you think the culprit is one of the 6 on the train, right?
I bet we did do it. Yeah?
Right here! Okay, let's go.
Does it tell me if I picked the wrong answer?
Can I go through now?
Oh, you got it right? Not bad at all, Master.
Alright.
Ah! Something happened! Why? Did I make the wrong choice?
It's trying to bury the truth again. Go get him, Master.
Oh boy.
Your deduction is wrong. Other than the 6 on the train, you must have had an accomplice.
This is the truth!
I'm very glad that I got that right.
2 master detectives used their abilities to prove that only 6 people were on the train. If it was only one person, they could have been lying or an imposter. But 2 of them means there can be no mistake.
It was
Wrong!
Poochie, wasn't
Your reasoning is completely off. What good does that testimony even do? Your accomplice just wasn't there when those 2 checked, but came aboard after them. So what if the windows don't open? While everyone doubt, you secretly stopped the train and let your partner board.
Shit, I didn't. Zio, not L.
Say,
You didn't have a memory from when you were unconscious.
Right.
Oh, right. I have notes in the records I got from during the investigation.
What good does that testimony even do? Your accomplice just wasn't there when those 2 checked, but came aboard after them. So what if the windows don't open? You secretly stopped the train and let your partner board.
Slash through this mystery. The backup control room's operation log showed that the train never stopped. And the doors won't open unless the train stops. So it's impossible for someone to have gotten on during the trip.
Damn.
I'm gonna have to boost my strength after this.
Looks like you're getting the hang of this, Master. You've learned to ruthlessly cut down any who stand in your way.
You make it sound like I'm the bad guy here. Hey, I was wondering, if the Mystery Labyrinth is trying to block people from seeking the truth, wouldn't it reject my answers, even if they're right? Or maybe the questions themselves could be lies.
No chance. A mystery labyrinth has no self-will. It can't lie or create things not based on the real-world mystery. This place is a direct manifestation of a mystery. You can always progress as long as you keep solving it. In that sense, the labyrinth is fair. It won't cheat you.
I see. That's a relief.
By the way, about the culprit being one of the 6 of you, how could the culprit commit the crime when all the other passengers besides you were dead?
I want to test something. Is this the Shinigami thing?
Another fork in the road.
This is how we reach the truth. It reflects how problems are really solved, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know if I've ever actually solved a mystery on my own. I don't remember it all.
It doesn't matter. You just need to solve the mystery in front of us.
Everyone was dead, so how did the culprit pull it off?
Say,
Yeah.
I completely missed what that said. Doesn't matter, you just have to solve the mystery in front of us. This time, you're truly gonna help think it through. You just leave all the heavy lifting to your lovely Mystery Labyrinth guide. Really? That'd be a big help. Alright, so we have 2 options. Playing dead. Really? Playing dead? This means that I want to pick this one.
oh, I got it! Master, leave this to me. This has to be the right answer. Follow me!
Hey, wait!
The culprit just played dead. Because if they did commit suicide after the crime, they'd be dead right now. And that's no fun at all.
That's your reasoning? Wait, what's this chain?
I told you we share mind and body. The chain is proof of that. Our relationship can never be broken apart.
That's terrible!
Please, you should consider yourself lucky you're being haunted by a cutie like me. I'm so tired. I pulled you up here, so you can walk the rest of the way yourself.
I didn't ask you to do that. Whoa! Watch out!
You see? What did I tell you? Dead end.
Don't sound so proud of yourself. You chose this path, Shinigami.
If it's a dead end, maybe the culprit wasn't just playing dead.
I searched all 5 bodies, and they were, without a doubt, dead.
Oh, so the answer isn't play dead. Let's turn back.
You changed your mind already?
Exploring all possibilities is an important part of beating a mystery labyrinth. I'm so awesome.
Alright, well, it's good to know
By
it's
the
not
way,
just an
I
auto fail.
did say I can guide you through the mystery labyrinth. But I'm not that good at solving mysteries.
You could have said that a little earlier.
I just want to help. I like when you rely on me, Master.
Anyway, what's going on in the real world while we're in the mystery labyrinth?
Time has stopped on the other side. We're sort of set apart from the normal flow of time while we're here. In other words, you're still surrounded by peacekeepers.
So if we return without solving the mystery, we'll just be captured.
As a result, this murder case will remain unsolved and linger in people's memories as a serious crime. Naturally, this mystery labyrinth will also survive. And that creates an even bigger problem.
Which is?
Leaving a case unsolved means that it'll go down in history that way. The more bizarre a mystery is, the more it attracts people's interest. And the more people rack their brains about that mystery, the bigger the mystery labyrinth gets. Eventually, the mystery labyrinth would gain enough power to start affecting the real world. It would implant insidious ideas into people's minds, creating more murderers and, in turn, new mystery labyrinths. Labyrinths can create endless cycles. That's why it's best to cut it off as soon as possible.
It sounds way more daunting than I thought.
We're finally back. The other route is commit suicide after the crime. There's no other option, so it has to be the right answer.
In that case, it could have been, if that's the case, then the options are kind of set to be either Zilch or Melanie. Probably Zilch.
Careful. But to commit suicide after the crime would mean... After killing the other 4, the culprit killed themselves, right? Is that really the right answer?
The mystery labyrinth's routes represent logical deduction. If there's only one route, then it's the only possibility. I think the only option left is the culprit off themselves. We just need to find that suicidal pest.
Wish there was a double speed button.
Ah! What's going on here?
This is part of the mystery materializing. You just need to solve it. Come on, Master! Concentrate!
Oh, this sounds terrifying.
Come on, concentrate! Concentrate!
Who's the last person to die during this incident? That was...
This way! If the culprit committed suicide after the crime, then the last person that died should be the culprit.
Right! Because because they wouldn't be able to kill someone else if they off themselves already. Nice work! Come on, let's try again!
Set fire to the dead culprits. The culprit?
Of course. The person who started the fires must be the culprit.
All 5 burned to death, so the culprit who died last totally burned themselves.
And that would be Zilch.
Come on, let's try again!
Who's the last person to be burned to death? That would be Zilch.
One who burned the other 4, then set themselves on fire. Is Zilch.
Bingo! You did it, Master! But you know, setting aside the idea that the culprit was the last to die, why would it be Detective Four Eyes?
Because
Didn't
that's
we
who I
discover
picked
his
at the
body
beginning.
first?
According to the Peacekeepers, the victims all burned to death, right? But when we first found Zilch in Car 1, he wasn't burnt yet. If that's the case, that means he must have burned to death after that. Although, everyone else we found after him had already died from burns.
Alright. So if they all burned to death, then the last one who died could be Detective Four Eyes.
I think the culprit killed everyone in the opposite order of how we found their corpses. Starting from Car 5, he killed them in order one by one, then set himself on fire in Car 1.
So Detective Four Eyes is without a doubt the culprit, but he committed suicide, huh?
The door! Whoa! It worked?
See, I told you it would be fine. I'm such a terrific guide.
Yeah. Is that the end of it?
I guess that's everything. Seems easier than I thought. What's wrong, Master?
I'm wondering if that's really all that happened. Something about this seems off.
It does? You think so?
Ah! What's going on? The conclusion? Is this the truth behind the case?
There's only one door. No other options. Maybe this really is the end. Kind of a simple conclusion despite 5 people dying. Well, I hope this was a helpful tutorial for you, Master.
Wait. Mystery labyrinths contain all the mysteries of the real-world case, including things like misdirection, right? Which means this could be an attempt by the culprit to mislead us.
So, you don't think this is the truth? What makes you say that?
I'm not sure, but I have a feeling the case isn't closed yet.
If so, then this door could be a fake.
How can we tell?
If you think it's fake, why not try breaking it? It'll be bad news if you're wrong, though. And I won't tell you exactly what will happen. I don't want to affect your judgment.
You've already affected my judgment. I guess the only way to find out is to destroy it. How do I do that?
Let's open it.
What is that?
Uh-oh! Master got crushed to death by a Q! You didn't really think the solution would be that easy, did you?
I just want to hit the door,
If it
see
ended
what
that way,
happens.
we'd get complaints about how lame it was. Okay, let's try this again from the front of the door. Take 2, action!
Alright, now for the correct option.
So it was fake. It was the culprit trying to throw us off the trail.
We're gonna figure out its apex at the end of this.
You should have just quit while you were ahead.
It's rare for a fake exit to appear. This mystery labyrinth is way tougher than I thought.
Hiya! Welcome to the chat. We are currently in the middle of a dungeon.
Master, don't let your guard down.
Make sure you drop your money before you drop dead. I promise I'll show mercy to your wallet.
Green. Open corpse and Melton's
The
corpse.
culprit must be Zilch. Reason is obvious. Zilch is the only one who could have done the crime. He burned the 4 passed out victims, then set himself on fire, and died from immolation. If you think about it, it's an easy case to solve. 4 murders, 1 suicide. That's the truth behind the case.
Alright, so we're going for the second one then.
Hmm?
Feels like we're getting a case.
Yeah.
Yeah, something was off when we found Zilch's body.
The culprit must be Zilch. Reason is obvious. Zilch is the only one who could have done the crime.
Actually, what's on mine right now? Alright, so right now we have the knife and corpse. I think I had the wrong one originally.
He burned the 4 passed out victims, then set himself on fire, and died from immolation.
Alright, and there we go.
This is the truth.
We're gonna pretend that first try didn't happen.
No. Now that I think about it, Zilch's suicide by fire doesn't make sense.
Oh wait, I have to put that back up?
Because when I saw Zilch through the window, there was a knife in his chest. If he burned himself, then why would there be a knife stuck there?
You little brat. Fine, I'll answer you. I was the knife stuck in the body? Of course I know why. Yeah, it was to knock himself out. He stabbed himself so he would pass out easy. Then set himself on fire. Dying by fire is a painful way to go. He wanted to make it less painful. The culprit has to be Zilch. He committed suicide by self-immolation.
Right. So he stabbed himself to death with a knife because there's no other way of knocking himself
That's
out?
true.
No. He would have had to go through all that just to pass out.
I was the knife stuck in the body.
Let me just go sing into a log, coughing inside my car. This is a horrible spot to have confirmation.
Of course I know why. Yeah, it was to knock himself out. Stabbed himself so he would pass out easy.
With the
Then
second one.
set himself on fire. Dying by fire is a painful way to go. He wanted to make it less painful. The culprit has to be Zilch.
Nice. Ooh, wrong one. Alright.
Come on.
I will play anything Spectrum Soft makes, honestly.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter, like, this kind of game, a Danganronpa game, the,
I was the knife stuck in the body.
game coming up in the future, the
Of
100
course
Line.
I know why.
Oh,
Yeah, it was to knock himself out.
Let me look at the solutions. Copy, copies. Ooh, actually, that might be what I want instead.
Stabbed himself so he would pass out easy. Then set himself
Oh yeah, you want some
up.
keys? Okay, so the keys are coffee and dining car and bloodstains in interior lock. I'm thinking I was on the wrong one originally, so it would be the coffee one, and then it's that first option.
Fire. Dying by fire is a painful way to go. He wanted to make it less painful.
Oh, I can pick those. Ooh, I didn't
The
grab
culprit
that
has to
one.
be Zilch. He committed suicide by self-immolation.
Yeah, it's a little. I feel like it's a little confusing to
That's
like
true.
see it right in the middle of something.
I was the knife stuck in the body.
No, it'll
Of course I know why.
be a little easier eventually.
Yeah, it was to knock himself out.
Alright, so I want to hit that one first.
I'll slash through this mystery. If his plan was to fall unconscious, he would have used the drugged coffee in the dining car. That's a much easier way to pass out.
I see. So they're trying to mislead you about the cause of death for Detective Four Eyes.
Right. The Peacekeeper said all the detectives burned to death. But Zilch's corpse in the first car is different. To me, it looked more like he was stabbed to death.
So the Peacekeeper's report was a lie? But they have no reason to do that. If they wanted to set you up as the culprit, they'd be raising questions by fabricating reports.
Yeah, you're right. They all must have died by fire, after all. And for some reason, only Zilch appeared to have been stabbed to death.
Oh, that's not exactly
I
true.
get it. So that's what was bothering me. But no matter how hard I think about it, I can't seem to figure out what happened next.
Huh? Why's that?
I don't have enough clues about Zilch in the first car. I should have investigated it more after discovering the body, but I was too preoccupied with calling for help.
So we're stuck right here. I don't see any other routes to break through this mystery. I don't even know what mystery we gotta solve right now. But I do know there can't be a labyrinth without a goal. The truth is always behind a mystery. You wish you had investigated more, right? So you think you'd have the answer if you'd done that?
Well, it's most likely going to be
Huh?
Melanie.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, fine. My secret weapon is so draining, I try to avoid using it as much as possible. But I just love it when you rely on me, Master.
I have a bad feeling about this. What are you trying to do?
This is all for you, Master!
He's about to get decked back in time.
Ready, Master?
Wait!
Wait, that actually isn't too far off. What happened?
Ow! What's going on?
I'm extracting your memory and materializing it inside the mystery labyrinth. This is my super cute special weapon. See, if you investigate here, you might make some new discoveries.
Oh, the shock from all this is making my head spin.
You don't have any time to waste, Master. This was pumped out of that slow brain of yours, so don't assume it'll stick around for long. You have until the pain in your head clears up. Now hurry and investigate.
Okay, so it's probably gonna
Got it.
a while
I'll
then.
hurry.
Alright. For one, I gotta look at the cushion. Pretty sure I pointed this out when I was first playing it.
Huh?
Just
This
didn't do
cushion,
anything.
was it always there? Also, it looks like it has a hole in the middle of it. It was made by something sharp. What did this? Oh, so I can get solution keys here too.
You may have seen it, but forgotten. That just means you didn't think anything of it at the time. But it is in your memory, so you can use it as a clue.
You can do that? You're incredible, Shinigami.
Go on, keep complimenting me.
Honestly, it really does. I think that's also one of the, that's also Spectrum stuff, isn't it? Okay, we have this. There's only so many things that I can look at. And by that I mean there are 2 things I can look at.
This blanket is mostly burned, but some parts near the knife are unscathed.
There's no blood on it though.
It doesn't look like there's blood on the blanket at all. But how could that be? Oh, it's fading. I guess the pain is starting to go away too.
Looks like time's up. Well, did you find anything?
Yeah, I think I see the contradiction here. Although I'm not completely sold on it.
Come on, this is where you're supposed to declare, I've solved the mystery. Well, if you think you're on the right track, then I guess we should do this next.
Do what?
It's for when you're stuck in your deductions. Remember what I said earlier? Every labyrinth has a goal. So even when you're stuck, there's always a way out. And we're gonna find it by working together.
Working together?
Lay it all out, Master! Try to solve it lickety-split!
Detective Zilch's death was actually a... Ooh, alright. Where's my...
Tick-tock,
Okay, so I need to
tick-tock.
press X for this.
That's right!
Okay, so this this is here.
Right.
Third one is down here. Red herring. Oh wait, it did? I mean, red herring is a pretty easy one, I would say.
That's right. When I saw Zilch through the window, it appeared as if the knife was stuck in his chest. But in actuality, he stabbed the blanket-wrapped cushion to make it look like he had been stabbed. That's why the blanket didn't have blood on it, even though the cushion was stabbed through. Zilch's death was a red herring. It was meant to mislead us. It's a new solution key.
If it was a red herring, that means he wasn't really dead.
Yeah, Zilch was faking his death to fool us. That knife was just to trick me into thinking he was dead when I looked through the window. But the Peacekeeper's report saying they all burned to death created a contradiction.
So the culprit was just plain dead. It's exactly what I said.
In a roundabout way, yes.
Which means that dead end in the abyss could have a new path now. Let's hurry back!
Oh, it's actually gonna make me run all the way back. Oh no. I'm gonna be honest, for all of the tutorials, I have not been looking at the pictures. I've just been reading what it said and moving on immediately.
What's wrong?
It's too much of a hassle to go all the way back there. I don't want to walk anymore.
Some guy you are. Besides, you're not even walking.
I despise effort and hard work. I want to head back the easy way. Oh, I know! I have a convenient transportation method, thanks to my awesomeness. It lets us go anywhere you've been before. Now is the perfect time to use it.
Okay, so I fast travel then. The convenience. Zomb.
See? Super easy.
Yeah, sure.
But unfortunately, using it does drain a little bit.
Drain a little bit of what? Do you have MP or something?
Your lifespan.
My lifespan? Again?
So we passed through how did the culprit pull it off junction and have taken the played dead turn again. Now that we have a new solution key, I'm sure we can solve this mystery and access what's ahead.
Let's give it a try.
That should be easy. Scorps, red herring.
Zilch was trying to trick us into thinking he'd killed himself. A bridge!
See, didn't I say the path would appear? It's all because we found the right deductive clue to break through.
that herd of
I'm
cows?
so amazing. You can pat me on the head if you want, Master.
Well, maybe later.
Alright, time for more running, or that.
We opened the Play Dead route thanks to the corpse red herring solution key. So Zilch really faked his death to mislead us.
If so, he is absolutely the culprit. Now, we just need to prove it.
But even if the Mystery Labyrinth is fair when it comes to solving mysteries, the real world will be different, right? What if Amaterasu Corp decides to protect the culprit, even if we prove who really did it?
Oh, you're worried they'll just cover it up? No need to worry about that.
Huh? Why's that?
Let's save the fun for later.
Oh, the ground! It's falling apart!
You better run, Master!
Oh, don't make me run.
Why? Wasn't this the right route?
Maybe the logic still has some holes in it.
Oh!
Gotta take a leap of faith.
Master, you better concentrate!
Saw through the window, actually, Zilch. No. Okay, I guess it was. Alright, we'll retry that. We know what we're doing. Yes.
When I saw Zilch through the window, he was faking his death with the knife through the cushion. That was definitely the real Zilch.
Is the one corpse in the car one actually Zilch? No? It's gonna fall again.
The corpse I investigated was real, it just wasn't Zilch's corpse. In other words, Zilch swapped himself out for a real corpse.
Zilch swapped his corpse in the infirmary. Before? I feel like it would be way harder to do after. Had to be, Aphex.
The corpse was switched right before I broke the infirmary window to open the lock. The blazing fire had filled the room with smoke, so I couldn't make anything out through the window. Zilch used that smoke as cover to switch himself with a dead body.
It would have had to be Aphexes, I think. I'd say.
I get it. The fire wasn't only there to show he died from burning. It was also a smokescreen to swap out the corpse.
Right. In the smoke, he switched places with a corpse he had hit.
I feel like that was just for fan service.
Next up, you need to deduce where the corpse was hidden.
Because the room was filled with smoke, he needed to put the body somewhere he could access immediately.
Where are you thinking?
Under the bed.
If he needed to get to the body as quickly as possible, only one place makes sense.
That place is suspicious.
Use the on-screen cursor to select the spot that answers the question.
Search every
You can pick
living
the
crit.
spots where the icon changes.
Master
In the wrong
doesn't
spot
make
means
mistakes.
taking
Right.
damage, so don't screw it up.
Right?
Well, it had to be under the bed, right?
Here! That's it! The burnt corpse was hidden right there! Hey! Jeez, one after another. This is really bad for my heart.
We're not done yet! Hurry! Let's speed it up!
Shinigami, you might be fine because you're floating around, but this is really tough for me.
I can't believe it! We had the corpse hidden under the blanket? So, that four-eyed detective was sleeping next to a dead body. I'm so jealous!
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Nothing is funnier to me. Oh, wait, something's happening.
Zilch was lying in bed with the corpse. He got up once the smoke screen was ready. He took the corpse out from under the blanket, pulled the knife out of the cushion, and stabbed it. That way, even after he switched with the corpse, he could just hide to avoid me.
Where did Detective Four Eyes hide after that?
It must have been someplace with easy access, which must mean...
Under the bed?
Under the bed. He could have quickly hid there.
Which means, if you checked under the bed at the time, you would have caught that four-eyed idiot.
But back then, I was in such a hurry to warn the other master detectives. I'm sure he calculated all that too. He knew I'd panic.
Maybe he was planning to take advantage of you from the very beginning, and that's why he let you live.
Yeah, I think Zilch was the one who peeked into the restroom while I was sleeping there. I was supposed to be sleeping in the infirmary, so he must have planned to move me before committing the crimes. I passed out in the restroom, but that didn't hinder his plans, so he went with it.
Speaking of which, wasn't it Detective Four Eyes who told you to go to the first car?
Yeah, he must have planned to make me witness everything and set me up as the culprit.
Aha! I think I'm starting to see the whole picture now. Not bad, Master. Maybe you were a big shot detective before you lost your memories.
No. If I really was a great detective, I would have caught the culprit in the infirmary before any of this happened.
I guess so. By the way, where did he get the corpse he was hiding in the blanket?
That corpse? Well,
I mean, it had to be Apex, right?
Ah! Again!
I won't let you go any further.
Getting in our way again, huh? If you stand against my ruthless master, he'll chop you up and stir-fry you with veggies for dinner.
I will not!
Master, I'm lending you a hand from here on out. I'll assist you when you're in a pinch.
Huh? Assist?
It's the rule of the Mystery Labyrinth to assist whoever you're accompanying. Now let's go, Master.
Alright. Well, it's Apex, I know
I
that.
won't let you pass. Enough
Just a sec to make sure that I have the right one.
of your nonsense.
Let me actually double
You
check.
think
Right,
you
I do have
swap
the
with
right
a
one.
corpse? It'd be impossible to switch like that. Someone who could replace Zilch would need to be the same size as him. He didn't have a bag that could carry a corpse. It would have been down at the station. It'd be impossible to get it on board. There was no corpse to replace anyway.
That? Alright, there's that.
There's no need to bring an extra corpse for the swap. He just needed to reuse a dead body on the train. It's Aphex's body from the 5th car. He and Zilch are nearly the same height, and both have stab wounds in their chests. So the corpse that was switched was Aphex's.
Ah, damn it! How could someone like you hide the truth? Truth!
He looks completely obliterated.
Now we don't have to fight anymore.
Even if that's true, don't let your guard down. The mystery labyrinth isn't over yet. Stay alert until the very end.
All right.
Wow. Who would have thought that short-tempered idiot would be used for a body swap?
Thinking back, the reason the corpses in the 1st and 5th cars were burnt was to switch them out. But the corpse was so badly burned that I couldn't tell it was Aphex. That must be what the necklace was for, so I could identify him.
Well, reusing a corpse is rather environmentally friendly of the culprit, don't you think? He totally went green. I mean, we gotta recycle everything in our day and age, so you gotta get the most value out of corpses too, you know?
That explains why he didn't have his ears.
Zilch?
Wait, I am not the culprit. I am a victim who was already killed. So, leave me alone!
Hey, he ran away! After him, Master!
They have cartilage in them,
Yeah.
which I...
You said the body in the 1st car's infirmary wasn't me, but Aphex? But you went to car 5 after car 1 and discovered his corpse there. How was the corpse transported from car 1 to car 5? That'd require moving past you.
That's right, if he slipped past us, when did that happen?
I don't know if you've seen anything on the game yet. I think I have to be a bit slower on this. But in the, in one of those first sections, when we were seeing that body, you could see the, like, human ear kind of shape that they had. But, you know, obviously fox ears, it's a different shape, it's a different spot. Wouldn't have the same human ears that were shown on the sides of the head. Also, I don't believe he had the ears even before being burned. I honestly thought it was a hat for a good 20-30 minutes because it was the only solutions I could come up with at the time.
Where did he run off to?
Another mystery that needs to be solved.
Find the culprits. It feels like move through the train is the obvious answer. Moving through the train, there would be chances to get past us, such as when we enter a room, but at the same time, we have our little ghost buddy here, our Shinigami, who would most likely see it. The other option would be, there is at least the 5th car, there's a door that I couldn't open that was leading to somewhere. So I'm gonna go with this side. Okay, I'm just gonna keep running, I guess. See
If
this
he'd
goes.
gone outside the train instead of through it, he could have passed us.
No, that's impossible. 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 Impossible!
Oh, he's getting the chapter 3 treatment.
Ah! Zilch turned into a mystery phantom!
Get him, Master! Boom kill him until there's only a sorry slab of flesh left!
I have a feeling that the, perfect timing for everything. I have a feeling that, the first chapter, the killer depends on who you decide is the most suspicious. Because there's no way that I immediately guessed that it was going to be
If they didn't pass through the
Uh,
train, you think the
Zilch.
corpse was brought in from outside? The windows are all locked shut.
Ooh, wait, where are my keys? Blackout and shaking. Alright, so it is blackout and shaking. I just have to figure. Shaking is probably him going on top of it.
Doors lock when the train is moving. We know the train never stopped once. If the windows and doors are shut, there's no way to get out while the train is moving. No issues occurred during the train's operation.
Sound that right?
No, there was something strange. The blackout and shaking that happened when I was in car 2 and car 4. When the blackout occurred and the shaking started, I'm certain something else happened in the train. Maybe it has something to do with the mystery of the moving corpse.
Don't be stupid! So what if there was a little blackout and some gentle swaying?
Let's play kids.
Forget the shaking and the blackout. They were nothing but coincidences. The blackout was just a bad contact. The shaking was the tunnel air pressure. There's nothing odd about that. It's all just a coincidence. It's impossible to include that in a criminal plot.
Come on.
Such... Wait, can I look at my
No.
thing? Yeah, we're just gonna see.
Forget the shaking and the blackout.
Alright, I'm gonna use this to change. Yeah, I'm gonna switch back to this one.
They were nothing but coincidences. The blackout was just a bad contact.
Oh shit. Oh, that was the right one. I was trying to get the noise for an extra bonus. I did not realize it was gonna hit the thing too.
No, the blackout didn't occur because of a connection failure. It was due to the main control system failing and switching to the backup control system. The blackout occurred during that 1 second when the system switched over. such a thing as a good phantom?
Probably.
After him! You've gotta keep solving the mystery and prove kill that mystery phantom!
Hey!
Nothing is funnier to me in this game than the fact that Yuma is the same English voice actor as Kibo.
Master, you may know the cause of the blackout, but what does that have to do with how the corpse was moved?
The failed main control system was in Car 1, where the body swap occurred. If so, then the main control system's failure must have something to do with moving the corpse.
So maybe the culprit broke the main control system. He must have attempted to stop the train to bring in the corpse from the outside.
But the train never stopped. The operation log confirms the train was moving the entire time. So I don't think he broke the system to bring the corpse in.
Then why did the main control system fail?
It must have something to do with moving the body.
But you're unsure exactly how, huh? In that case... I knew it! A mystery is blocking you! Anything blocking you in here is also a mystery. So let's solve it to keep on going.
Our main character Yuma has the same voice actor as the English voice actor for Kibo. Main control system was lost.
this is the
when
question we're
Car 1
facing right now.
was-
The main control system must have failed because something happened in the first car. If that's true, what exactly happened? If it's
Destroyed?
related to the body being moved, then how?
We didn't really look back at the first one. Could have been just like smashed
Master's
in.
expression is so serious. He must be thinking hard. Well, as his mentor, I better think hard too. The main control system failing. The blackout? The train shaking? Oh yeah! Why did the train shake like that?
Not because
There
the
was a
body was being carried
blackout
about.
right before entering the tunnel that was caused by the main control system failing. But the culprit didn't destroy it, so the blackout happened because... wasn't there some shaking right before the blackout too? After the whole train shook, the blackout... I don't get it.
That's right! The train shook right before the blackout. We still don't know what caused that to happen. Whatever it was strong enough to make the entire train shake. It caused the main control system to fail and resulted in a blackout. If it had something to do with moving a body, then what must have happened was...
Ooh! Did I give you the assistance you needed? Close to solving the case now? Then it's time to combine our powers and solve this thing! Let's go, Master! Lay it all out!
Alright, back to Shinigami Shuffle.
Puzzle it out!
Let's give her this. Alright, was... Alright, so I'm going with destroys.
Twirling, twirling, twirling.
Because that looks like I have all the layers I would need for that.
Twirling, twirling.
Alright, do not have that speed. The attached.
That's right!
Is there an A?
Nice!
Alright, CHED.
That's right!
Alright. I liked Kibo, but he wasn't my favorite. Like, I liked him. I think I did maybe one of the events with him.
Could it be that the first car was separated from the train?
Huh? Separated? What? Seriously?
Yeah. The reason why the main control system failed was because the first car was cut off from the rest of the train we were riding in.
Let's keep going for now. Master, I don't really get it. What do you mean the first car was cut off?
The shaking happened just before the blackout, right? Huh? Did it just shake? What was that? The lights went out for a moment and came back on. At that time, the first car was disconnected from the rest of the Amaterasu Express. As a result, the main control system failed, and after a brief blackout, it switched to the backup.
But why cut off the first car? Why go through all that trouble?
Of course, to move the body in the train car. To do that.
Watch out! Ah! There it is again! It's bigger than ever!
How much longer will this keep happening? I feel like I'm going to suffocate.
Now's not the time to be suffocating!
Well, it was when we went into the tunnel.
Again?
I think I have a guess already. I think that it was,
We need to resolve the mystery at hand.
I think the cart was
Even that the
moved to
first
the
car
front.
was cut off so that the body could be moved. Right. I
Like
think I see what happened.
The last cart
Seems
was,
like you got it.
locked,
Let's do this.
so nobody was able to
It
enter
all
in.
out, Master.
So it could be that the fifth cart was detached already, and then once all of that was happening, it was
Try to
moved.
solve it like a
Bodies
sketch.
transferred along the entire.
You can do it, Master.
Let's see, what do I have here? Let's see, it's.
Nice.
Alright.
That's right.
I'm thinking it's either going to be a B or an R for this
Nice.
car. Alright. But there was a secondary path when it came to that last tunnel. If the that last part, or I guess one, was disconnected, it could have been taken onto that separate track. They could be a bit faster, and then moved around, reattached up at the front. So it would be the fifth being the first, and that's why there was the burnt
He transported
panel
the corpse using the entire first
and
car.
all of the char.
That's why the first car was disconnected.
Transported the corpse? With the entire car? Nonsense. Shut up!
What is this design?
The first car is at the front of the train. Apex's corpse was in the fifth car, in the back. Even if you detach the front car, how do you move it all the way to the rear?
Master, don't be scared.
I can't look
Lots
at
of
it.
villains transform after they've been cornered.
Oh my god.
Calm down. Stay calm. Think. How could you swap the position of the first and fifth cars? If I can answer that, I can solve this mystery once and for all. How did it happen?
reminds me. Master, earlier when you were talking about the shaking and mentioned the blackout? Blackout only happened once, but the shaking happened twice.
If you have a fever, you should really be going to bed if it's 4 a.m. It's definitely not gonna help for you to just sit here and listen to me ramble. Or at least I would assume not. You know, rest is the best thing for sickness. It's like the thing people always say.
Yeah, it definitely shook 2 separate times. Right before entering the tunnel, and right after leaving it. The first time was when the train car was disconnected. But what about the second? Something happened to the train then, too. The shaking at the end of the tunnel felt similar to when Car 1 disconnected.
There's no point thinking about it. You're stuck in this labyrinth for all eternity!
Master, here it comes! You gotta solve the mystery and defeat him!
Well, I mean, you can always come back and, like, watch the rest of the VOD later on. Or, if you don't want to sit through the entire VOD, within, like, a day or two, it's probably going to be up on the YouTube channel. Just, like, edited down to have less of basically what I'm doing right now, so that I'm not skipping story by talking and trying to talk over what's being said. But yeah, you should really go to sleep if it's 4 a.m.
Your deductions aren't worth a damn thing! Because they're all wrong from the very beginning! So it shook twice near the tunnel. Oh. What of it?
Oh, I can go over that.
You mean the train car was separated and disconnected? Why would that even matter? Even if you managed to separate car 1, how could it be moved to the rear? The train was always running on the same tracks. There's no way to shuffle the train cars around. This is the truth.
No! At that time, not all the cars were moving on the same track.
I usually end up, well, I mean, I just changed the scheduling, but it is minor. Oh god, it's very hard to have a guaranteed thing on time zones. I have my schedule up on the schedule panel in my Twitch channel. For mine, it's the equivalent of Saturday and Sunday morning, and then I have one that's going to be Wednesday morning, but that one's more just for a little secondary thing that I'm trying to do to make a few later games easier to play. I think we're close enough in time zone, but it would be about the same for you too. The Saturday morning, Sunday morning, you know, that stuff.
The track that the Amaterasu Express was on separated into double tracks right before entering the tunnel. So by taking advantage of the double tracks, it's possible to switch out the train cars.
Have a nice sleep. Hope you feel better.
The first time the train shook was before entering the tunnel, which was caused by Car 1 separating. After that, the separated Car 1 entered the other track, while the rest of the train proceeded on the main track. The two tracks rejoin after the tunnel. That's where Car 1 connected to the end of the train. This is when the train shook for the second time.
You're right! First car moved all the way to the back!
Normally, it's impossible for a single train car to function on its own. But the Amaterasu Express is special. The control system will supply electricity as programmed and drive the train. But all train cars on the train have motors that run autonomously.
If each train car can operate autonomously, then car 1 can function on its own! Doesn't that solve everything? It's time you gave up!
No! That's crazy!
Huh? What?
Using your method to rearrange the train cars would connect the first car to the end, which would leave it behind the fifth car. In other words, it becomes the sixth car, but that doesn't exist. So, you're telling me you found Avex's corpse in the non-existent sixth car?
Oh no, the door was
Oh,
locked.
you're right.
Do you get it? You're the one who's wrong. Everything you've deduced is wrong!
No, I'm not wrong. The truth lies just ahead of us. I will prove it to you.
I remember playing this game again right now. From the start was a... From the start, the Amaterasu Express was a
I'm so bored!
5-car? Or, no, 4-car.
Nice!
So glad I managed to actually look at that.
Maybe the Amaterasu Express doesn't have 5 cars. What if there were only 4 cars to begin with? If that's the case, then to me, Car 1 could be made to look like Car 5.
Huh? So, there weren't 5 cars the whole time, but instead 4?
That's why Melanie said the 5th car's door was broken while we were in transit.
But you can't access the 5th car, the one at the end. The door appears to be broken and won't open. So, it wasn't broken. The 4th car was actually the farthest one back from the get-go?
I'm sure the real 5th car was left behind at the station when we departed. So the train took off with only 4 cars. There was another Car 1 at our destination. If it connected upon arrival, then the train would have 5 cars again. So the Car 1 where I was knocked out became the 5th car at the end of the line. And when I was questioned by the Peacekeepers, the Car 1 there was another car prepared at the station specifically for this plot.
The real car 1 was waiting at the station's platform, then all the Peacekeepers there would have noticed it. So they were all in on it.
Or you can assume that the Peacekeepers themselves were the ones who prepared the other Car 1. If there was another Car 1, then there would be something that sets it apart from the original Car 1. For example, the way the window glass was broken in the infirmary would be different from how I broke it.
You mean when you used the fire extinguisher to smash the infirmary's window? So they knew you would do that? That's how they were able to imitate it in the new car 1?
I think I was set up to reach for that fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher was left in a conspicuous spot in the hallway. They wanted me to use it to break the window. And that's how they pulled off swapping the 1st and 5th cars while in transit. It was all a trap to set me up as the culprit. Isn't that right? Zilch?
All right, we're almost there. Let's catch this culprit. That was a pretty solid deduction.
Why do I feel like not done
Very
yet?
impressive. Of me foreseeing your potential.
It's
I can't
so
just like
strange.
this.
It doesn't feel like I'm learning this stuff, more like I'm remembering it. Maybe I was even a high-ranking detective in the WDO.
Now's no time for bragging. You still gotta catch him.
Right!
If only I could run faster.
Everything feels different here.
This is just the calm before the storm. Be careful. You don't know what's gonna happen next. You know, making the 1st car look like the 5th was a really big trick to pull off. I'm surprised the train cars could disconnect and reconnect so smoothly.
The train's automatic operating system must have had it programmed before we departed.
Even the trick with the swapping train car?
Probably. It had to have been done automatically.
Well, it'd be easy for Amaterasu. They own the train.
That's what I'm worried about. Even if I obtain the truth here, won't they just ignore what I say and arrest me anyway?
I keep telling you not to worry about it. As long as you have the truth, the culprit can't escape.
Why are you so sure of that? What is this?
Looks like a fort to me. With this kind of protection, I bet the truth is in there for sure. You just have to destroy it.
So the truth is here.
You can't have the truth. It's impossible to destroy this fortress. Just give up and leave!
Whenever a culprit takes a last stand like this, you know we're just a step away from unriddling this labyrinth. Master, time to show him how dangerous you really are. After all, he did try to set you up.
I'm not worried about that right now. We're so close to the truth. We gotta do this.
It's boom kill time!
Oh, of course. All right.
Let's do this, Master!
I won't let you have the truth. Go away!
Tackle
Give
is
up and
flying.
scram!
Right.
Your deduction is wrong!
Where's B's that one?
Go away! Don't come near me! Don't come any closer! Stop it! Switching the first and fifth cards is just your imagination. It's a completely baseless lie. There's no evidence they ever swapped.
Right, there's no
The
evidence.
solution key to
They're
smash them all,
swapped.
Master!
And the story plates.
You're wrong! Huh? Come on!
No! There are traces of a swap! The warped plate from Car 5! The reason that plate was burned so thoroughly is because originally it said Car 1. Left as it was, it would have messed up your plot to make Car 1 look like Car 5. That's why you made extra sure it was burned beyond recognition.
Here I go!
That's nonsense! I burned the plate to disguise it? No! I didn't do that! Stop it! Stop! Go away! Get away from me! Wait! Get away! It just happened to be easily burned! But with it burned, you have no way of knowing what number car it was. So there's nothing backing up your deduction. You have no hard evidence proving that location was the first car.
This looks like a tackle situation. Oh, solution key.
Looks like we need another solution key to boom kill him.
Right.
Good luck, Master.
Nothing corpse, but I would say maybe that one.
There is proof! The bloodstain on the inner lock of the infirmary in Car 5! The culprit probably didn't notice it. But I remember. It's my blood.
What?
When I was trying to get into the infirmary in Car 1, I cut my finger on the glass. When I reached through to unlock the latch, I must have gotten blood on it. But that bloodstain would have been hidden while the inner lock was open. That's probably why the culprit missed it. My blood, which was left behind in Car 1, was found in Car 5. This proves that someone pulled off the car switching trick. This is the truth of the case!
I'm not done yet!
What? He's still going? Let us boom kill you already!
If Car 1 became Car 5, then where did the culprit supposedly hiding in the infirmary go? You had to have checked the fifth car, but the culprit wasn't there!
I mean, there were multiple locked rooms.
The culprit must have been hiding somewhere in the fifth car, probably someplace safe.
Alright. The connecting door wouldn't be connecting to anything at that time, so it wouldn't likely be that. Infirmary is where the body and everything was. While they could have hidden, you know, behind the mattress and everything, that's a iffy one. Restroom, same kind of situation. It's a bit iffy. You could hide there, but it's a bad idea. Train door. Yeah, that's not hiding anything. Go here.
Culprit was hiding inside the main control room, which was locked shut the entire time. I didn't have the key, so I could never have gotten inside. I bet the culprit moved there from the infirmary while Car 1 was running on the second track. If the train's management company, Amaterasu Corporation, was involved, the culprit may have had the key. And then they hid in a blind spot I couldn't see from the window. That's how they got past me.
It's not me! I'm not the culprit!
Great detective work! I'd call that a critical hit! He seems like he's barely standing. All that's left is to finish him off.
Finish him off? How do I do that?
You have a sword.
Shove all your evidence into the solution blade and slash as hard as he can.
Ooh, that's
Step right up, step right up! 5 master detectives slain before their time, and Amaterasu Corporation has master in their sights. Truth bombs are about to be dropped. Time for the deduction denouement!
The incident unfolded aboard the Amaterasu Express, which was on its way to Kanai Ward. I rushed onto the train as it was about to depart. At that time, the train was made up of 5 cars.
All because you were fast asleep in the lost and found, Master. If you'd kept snoozing, the case would never be solved.
When the train started moving, it was only 4 cars long. The 5th and final one was left at the station.
And so, the culprit's scheme had already begun. Meaning Amaterasu Corporation was involved from the get-go.
On the train, the master detectives were gathered together in Car 2. That was the dining car. And the culprit had already mixed a knockout drug into every drink there.
I thought the culprit was the first person on the train, so they could prepare in advance and wait for everybody else.
I felt unwell, and Melanie went to the trouble of pouring me a coffee. But after drinking it, I started to feel drowsy. I was hearing things at the time and thought that I might be seriously ill, but it was actually the drug.
So you thought yours truly was responsible? Sticks and stones won't do much to a dead guy, but slander stings!
The culprit sent me off to Car 1 in order to frame me as the killer.
I'm sure the culprit didn't expect you to get sick, Master, but since you look like a super easy target, they probably changed their plan and went after you instead.
Once I'd left, the other master detectives must have fallen asleep because of the drugged drinks.
The culprit then burned everyone to death, setting all those master detectives on fire! On purpose! What a psycho!
This was when the culprit put their plan to frame me into motion. First, they carried Aphex's charred corpse to the infirmary in Car 1.
The very first body we found.
Then, they deliberately left a fire extinguisher near the restroom I was sleeping in. This was done to prompt me into smashing the door later.
Gotta have someone get inside somehow, or else nobody would find the body.
Next, the culprit entered the infirmary, locked the door, and laid down on the bed with Aphex's charred corpse.
jumping into bed with a charred corpse. And here I thought chivalry was dead. What a gentleman. I'm actually a little jealous.
A knife and cushion created the red herring.
Hell of a way to pretend to be dead.
Furthermore, the culprit set the room on fire just as I was waking up.
While you were sleeping, I felt someone come into the restroom. They must have seen me then and timed it.
When I woke up in the restroom and went into the hallway, Car 1 was beginning to fill with smoke.
Oh, that's some precise timing!
I caught a glimpse of Zelch in the infirmary, with a knife lodged in his chest.
But it didn't take long for the smoke to obscure everything.
That was when the culprit took out Aphex's burnt corpse, switched places with it, and waited for me to enter the room while hiding beneath the bed.
It's just like a magic trick, switching places under a veil of smoke.
Meanwhile, I found the fire extinguisher on the floor, smashed the window, unlocked the room, and went inside.
Just like the culprit planned. And that's why they left the fire extinguisher there in the first place.
After the smoke cleared, I found Zelch's body burned to a crisp. At least, that's what I thought. The charred corpse was actually Aphex. The culprit had me completely fooled.
That must have been why they picked the time-consuming method of roasting someone to death. Plus, the body was about the right size.
I bolted out of Car 1 after seeing the corpse.
The culprit was under the bed at that time. They probably left it you from there, watching everything unfold like they planned.
I went on to discover the charred corpses of the other master detectives. Around that time, the culprit came out from under the bed and went to the main control room in Car 1. Controlling the train from there, they detached Car 1.
That caused the blackout and shaking, and the power source was switched over to the backup system. So when the train shook, was there not jiggling manuals? Take a guess.
While the detached Car 1 was running on a separate track, the culprit went to work, preparing to disguise Car 1 as Car 5.
What about jiggling?
First, Aphex's corpse was carried to the corridor. The necklace removed earlier was placed back on.
Then the car 1 number plate was burned so that it couldn't be properly identified.
With everything in place, the culprit went into the main control room, locked the door, and waited for the train cars to reconnect.
And at this time, the culprit was riding in car 1 on the other track, right?
Yeah, the train, which was only cars 2, 3, and 4 at the time, remained on course.
Since we were in a tunnel, I didn't even realize car 1 was moving alongside us.
The train we were on went through the tunnel with only 3 cars. When it came out of the tunnel, the car with the culprit in it attached to car 4. Now behind car 4, that car became car 5.
The slot was pre-programmed into the train's automatic operating system, right? Technology sure is convenient.
The culprit, riding in car 1, attached it to the back of car 4. That caused more shaking, but there was no blackout this time because the power supply stayed the same.
Additional shaking occurred inside my blouse, but the power stayed on.
After that, I mistook car 1 for car 5 and walked right in. The culprit wrecked it so much I didn't even notice the door I had smashed when I was in car 1 before.
Figured there'd been some kind of flaw. But that was part of the culprit's plan, wasn't it? Also, no one would realize was actually car 1.
When I found the corpse, I deduced that it was Aphex from the necklace it had on. But I was just rediscovering the same charred corpse from car 1. The disguised corpse and the car switch completely fooled me.
Using a dead body? Oh, this is a despairingly brilliant idea!
When the train arrived in Kanaiwa, it connected to a different, prearranged Car 1.
And with that, the train once again had 5 cars. So much attaching and detaching. What a stupid, crazy, elaborate trick!
The peacekeepers were lying in wait at the station. As the sole survivor, I was set up as the one responsible for the murders.
And Amaterasu was in on it! That really turns me on!
You mean, pisses me off, right?
During that time, the culprit stayed hidden in the main control room of the disguised Car 1. And waited for the peacekeepers to haul you in, Master. They were right there at the scene.
After burning all the master detectives, the culprit faked their own death and tried to frame me as the killer. It was a cunning, cold-blooded scheme.
And the evildoer who committed these countless contemptible crimes is none other than... Zilch Alexander!
It was you!
I don't want to say I called it, but he definitely killed all those people.
This is the truth I've uncovered!
Oh shit, we inverted him.
Is that it? What's this?
It's the truth. It's the soul of the true culprit who made this mystery labyrinth.
The soul of the true culprit? Wait, what am I supposed to do with this?
Now it's time for the main event! Here we go! It's my time to shine! Surging bloodlust. Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case! Death to all deplorables! Ruin to the vile mystery labyrinth! Starting a shot to reach the glorious stellar spiral!
Huh? We're back?
What are you talking about now? Your spirit shouldn't be broken. Yet. The peacekeepers will take care of you. We have all the time in the world.
Huh? Ah! Shinigami! Where are you? Nothing here's changed. What's going on? Shinigami? Are you listening?
Get him!
Wait! I know who the culprit is!
What?
It's Zilch! He's still alive. He framed me.
What are you talking about? He's already dead.
Huh? But...
Shut up! This is not up for discussion! What a waste of time! Take him away!
Shinigami! Where did you go? This isn't what's supposed to happen!
I'm right here! You're so cute when you panic, so I had to enjoy the view for a bit.
Stop playing around! Why hasn't the situation changed at all?
He must be hallucinating. Taking him down shouldn't be a problem. Take him away! What? He's dead?
Looks like it's over.
Huh? What's over? Shinigami, what's going on?
There's always a price to pay. When I read the soul of the true culprit, the mystery labyrinth created by the culprit is destroyed. But as a price, the source that created the mystery labyrinth also perishes.
The source perishes? Don't tell me.
That's right, the true culprit dies.
Then that report saying Zilch, the true culprit, was dead.
And that solves today's mystery. The true culprit is as dead as a doornail. You're now innocent and free to go, Master. A happy ending. Roll credits!
There's nothing happy about this. Zilch died because I solved the mystery, right?
Huh? He was a dangerous murderer who killed 4 master detectives. He deserved to die.
I mean, I don't think I'm completely free to go. Not even with Zilch being dead.
In that case, say exactly what I'm about to tell you to that gilded idiot over there.
Okay. Swank, did you just receive a report that Zilch was dead?
How did you know that?
I thought so.
Ah!
If he was alive until moments ago, that changes things about this case. Someone who died in front of my eyes, was alive. This is clearly an attempt by the culprit to disguise the truth. Don't tell me the Peacekeepers lied to try to cover up what really happened. You didn't try to frame an innocent person, did you?
What? You think you can weasel your way out of this? You better not forget you're in Kanai Ward now. You're powerless before the might of the Amaterasu Corporation.
No, I didn't mean...
Hey, don't surrender so easily. You were so close.
That does it! You're under arrest! Listen, you got no right to remain silent, and you got no right to call a lawyer either! Take him away!
No, wait! Hold on! Hold on just a second! Hey, excuse me. Do you have a minute?
You!
It's all good. Let's stop all the fighting. We both have to follow orders from the higher-ups, so let's not do anything that causes unnecessary tension.
Why do I recognize his
Falsifying evidence and testimonies is a drag when it comes time to do the paperwork, right? It's tough keeping things consistent. Just forget about all that and leave it to me, yeah? You know, I saw that the true culprit was alive and well just a bit ago.
What?
If you let us go, I'll cook something up in my report to the World Detective Organization. You don't want trouble, right? If the WDO floods this joint because of you. Your punishment might be kind of brutal. So, you know what to do. Leave things well enough alone, as they say.
Let's go!
Thank goodness that worked out.
Who is he?
Beats me?
Alright. Should just be talking to you.
Well, I bet that was quite a long trip for you. Welcome to Kanai Ward.
Thanks.
You must be Yuma. Yuma Cocoa Head, right?
I am. And you are?
I'm Yako Furio.
I know I recognize your voice.
I was born and raised in Kanai Ward. Just a humble member of the WDO. I'm the director of the Nocturnal Detective Agency, the only detective agency in Kanai Ward. My office welcomes you. Nice to make your acquaintance.
Thanks. The pleasure is all mine. So he's a detective from the WDO. Finally, I've met an ally. He managed to turn away the Peacekeepers, so he must be in high standing.
Really? He's clearly just some careless, middle-aged man. Oh, by the way, don't tell anyone about yours truly. You might have forgotten, but our secret is included in the contract. It'd be terrible if you broke this rule. To be exact, your whole body would be drained of its blood.
Oh, that's fun.
Won't tell anyone.
Well, even if you did, they'd just assume you're some crazy person.
Now, shall we? Oh, by the way, I'd like to hear the details about this incident.
Right.
Ooh, new area.
I'm
And this
sorry I
was
kept you
a
waiting.
security
It took
system.
a while to get through all the proceedings.
They practically interrogated you, right? Kanai Ward is completely shut off from the outside world. Communication devices such as cell phones are confiscated. Cameras are not permitted to leave Kanai Ward either. Even if you smuggle something with reception in, Kanai Ward is a dead zone. Thanks to all that tight closure, nobody's using this fancy station at all.
Did you say no one?
You show a lot of promise, considering how you handled that Amaterasu trouble. I was scared, to be honest. I don't want to deal with them if I don't have to. The thing is, the Peacekeepers always antagonize detectives. As a basic rule, never look them in the eye. They're always itching for a fight. Kinda like mad dogs.
Right.
Amaterasu Corp doesn't want the unified government or the WDO meddling in their matters. I even caught wind of them hiring a hitman.
A hitman?
Was that a hitman?
They plan to
instead of
wipe
who
out
it
any
was?
master detectives before they enter Kanai Ward. The result of which is this Amaterasu Express massacre.
So Zilch was actually a hitman?
Oh, okay, I was not right.
There was a real master detective named Zilch. He was murdered beforehand and used as a disguise. You were in the first car earlier. The real Zilch is laying dead somewhere in there. There was a separate first car at the station before you arrived, where Zilch's body was hidden. Then, the 4 train cars that you rode in would arrive at the station in Kanai Ward and connect with the fake first car. That makes a total of 5 dead master detectives at Kanai Ward's platform.
How fun.
With no master detectives left, you would be arrested as the only culprit. That was the plan.
They would go to such lengths?
Absolutely. Even though the plan didn't work, we still lost 5 master detectives. Given the situation, I'm honestly surprised you survived, Yuma.
That's all thanks to me. You're so lucky to be haunted by yours truly.
You say
Wait,
that now.
If there was a real Zilch, then the number of people on board the Amaterasu Express, including me, that makes 6 people. The numbers still don't add up.
Welcome to the chat. Yeah, honestly, the first 5, maybe even, it is not properly loaded on my screen. The first, 5 or so minutes, I was just making sure everything was set up. You didn't miss anything. The end of the last VOD was basically just when I stopped playing. I didn't really go any further. I just where the VOD ended, that's where I stopped playing, I saved, went out, closed the game, and I am back today. So yeah, nothing has happened between last time and this time. Did I do anything? No, I didn't do anything this time.
I, Hoochie, heard from the World Detective Organization that the number of master detectives on the train was precisely 5.
Oh, I'll explain that later. Anyway, let's leave this place. Wouldn't want to give the Peacekeepers any ideas.
I know that voice.
It's raining.
Hey, you're right.
Who's that guy?
Beats me.
Cool, so we're not going off the other random person. That's fine. It's totally fine. Alright, well thank you for watching. If you like this, follow, check out the YouTube channel, check out the Twitch channel if you're watching this from YouTube. You know, all the normal stuff. And goodbye!